What do you make of Tom Brady not mentioning the Patriots in his retirement post?
I think it's a huge deal. But here's where I will preface with, Patriots fans, Tom Brady did give you all more than y'all gave him. So I think we have to accept that very hard truth. Is regardless of how much money you all gave Tom Brady, regardless of how many cheers, and regardless of how many applause you all gave Tom Brady, Tom Brady gave you all 6 rings, and he gave you all the ability to say you all are the greatest sports organization in the greatest league in America. So Tom Brady gave you all, Patriots fans, more than you all gave him. Conversely, it says a lot. And it means that there's much more beneath the surface than we all had any idea of.
Shall we?
Because to play for 20 years in an organization, win 6 Super Bowls, go to 9 if I'm not mistaken, win several NFL MVPs, several AFC East titles, and not thank the New England Patriots means that there must have been a whole lot of issues there that we never actually knew about.
Great.
It's no small deal. Now, Tom Brady is allowed to thank whoever he wants to. And that's why I don't have any issue with Tom Brady, because at the end of the day, it's his career and he's the greatest to ever do it. But make no mistake, it is a huge deal, and it is no small deal at all.
Yeah, man, I was very surprised. Like, Tom Brady, Mr. Brand, Captain America, understanding how things work. Very surprised that he didn't thank the Patriots. I thought he got the memo on how to navigate in today's BS world, especially on social media. You know how it goes. You've seen the posts. Oh, I'd like to thank my lovely wife. She's amazing. She's beautiful, while we're going through divorce. You know, like I don't care what reality is. Project what you want to project so you can proceed like you want to proceed. But if you don't do that, Tom Brady, all of a sudden we stop down and say, wait a minute. You're the GOAT, greatest of all time. The G that's in you, that G, was greatest in New England, and you didn't thank him? Oh, it takes me to Maya Angelou. Let's go here. She says, baby, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Ooh, Bill Belichick with your bad texting self. You made Tom Brady feel like he wasn't the greatest, and he paid you back by forgetting about you. Sounds like he suffered in silence, too. 20 years suffering in silence. Like, this dude, in 20 years, they haven't went to dinner. Like, you imagine you won 6 rings with someone. Coach, I love you. And in 20 years, we never went to dinner? You give me a game ball, and we have the most awkward moments. Are you going to hug me? You going to thank me fully? You going to give me a dap? Like, what? I see Tom Brady adding all of that up and finally saying, you know what? This is how I really think about you, because there wasn't an absence of thought. It was him thinking about it and saying, I'm going to leave the Patriots absent from my thanks.
Yeah, you don't play 20 years with an organization, nearly half of your life. Nearly half of your life with an organization, and just forget them. Tom Brady intentionally said, I am not going to mention Bill Belichick and the Patriots, which is so mind-boggling to me, Sel, because as I'm reading it, I'm wondering and I'm asking myself, okay, who in the Bucs organization did he thank? And he went about thanking the Bucs GM, the Bucs owner, went about thanking Bruce Arians, thanking Byron Leftwich, thanking all these individuals. I'm like, big dog, you barely knew them. Like, real talk. Over the course of it, you knew them for 10% of your career, less than 2 years out of 22. You knew them for less than 10% of your career. However, you thanked them and didn't thank the cats you knew the longest. It just really takes me to, and hopefully fans, this illuminates something for y'all, because this really should be the learning moment for fans. There's so much more than what you see on Sundays.
Yes.
There's so much more. Imagine, Sel, becoming the greatest of all time with an organization, but having so much turmoil with at least an individual within that organization, and maybe the organization in and of itself, that you do not thank them. Now, Brady might somehow make us all look stupid and come out with a retirement video in a couple of days where he's thanks Patriots, but too late. Exactly right. It's too late. I genuinely just think, hopefully fans, you come to the cognition of, dang, like Brady really didn't thank those dudes. What kind of beef must they have had to not thank them? Because in that moment, Brady is cognizant of who he is writing what out to, in what order, how he is saying it, how he is presenting it, and to not say anything says everything.
I know. You were with the Patriots from hello, and everything minus, like you said, 10% was built in New England. It took me back, dog. And this recently happened to me when I saw you win. Was it your first or your second Emmy? One of the Emmys, right? And you got up there and you thanked me and didn't thank Sam. And I was like, dog, Sam was with you picking boogers, and you up here thanking me. And you know what it made me think of you? As much as it was flattering, it made me say, Acho brand new. That's who Acho is. Brady, you sound brand new. 2 years ago, you didn't even know where Byron Leftwich lived. You didn't know where his house was. That's my dog, Byron Leftwich. I could have texted you and told you that. He didn't even know him. Now you thanking him, and you don't thank Bill Belichick? You know what? New England was forgettable times for him. And let's be real. Sometimes we go through life, we got a summer, we forget. And it's crazy. Sometimes you go through life, you may have a year that you went through a lot of inner turmoil. For me, it's 2004, 2005, my season, playing for the Dallas Cowboys. Before the first game, no excuses, y'all, but sorry. But before the first game, my mother comes out to visit like she annually did. This game, she's sitting around the couch. My mama never stayed quiet. You think I'm crazy. My mama was next level, always talking. And she was quiet. And I was like, Mama, what's up? You know, this is like August, September. She's like, got something to tell you. She told me she had breast cancer. I was like, whoa. So I was affected that whole season. Now, if someone comes up to me with something flattering about that season, I immediately get triggered by what I was going through. I think Tom Brady in 20 years, as you said, was going through a lot more than was being advertised. There's more to what you see on Sundays, and we are finding out in our world today, there's more than what you see on social media.
No, you hit the nail on the head. And really my last concluding thought as it pertains to Brady is he did handle it perfectly.
Okay. Let's talk.
Aaron Rodgers has clearly been disgruntled with the Packers organization for years.
Yeah.
And we can go back to when Brett Favre was there and Aaron Rodgers had to sit behind Brett Favre, although Aaron Rodgers thought he was the number one talent coming out of his draft and was talented enough to be playing immediately. Been disgruntled. Okay, move beyond Brett Favre. Now the Packers don't even draft a skill position player during Aaron Rodgers' whole tenure until they draft his replacement. Aaron Rodgers has been disgruntled for years in Green Bay and has verbalized all of this discontentment. It's cost them games, thus cost them seeding, maybe cost them Super Bowl appearances and Super Bowl chances. Yep. Aaron Rodgers and how he has been disgruntled. Tom Brady clearly felt to some degree, the same amount of discontent. However, he quietly went about his business. He won his games. He rarely verbalized his discontent. He rarely did. He just decided to, one day after 20 years, part ways, and then after winning in his next organization, not thank them. If we are being honest, Patriots fans, even as you reflect on this, and as we reflect on this as a football nation, understand, Tom Brady handled this perfectly. Because you can clearly tell how upset he was by not thanking them. And the fact that he went about 20 years handling his business, giving y'all all y'all's rings, going to Tampa, winning another ring, and then he just simply said, I'm not going to thank y'all. And that is how you handle your business. You ain't got to kick and scream. You ain't got to do all that. Yeah. Handle your business like a pro. Move on. Handle your business like a pro. And when it's time to give your thanks, do what is best for you. I applaud Tom Brady for how he handled the situation.
I do as well, but I'm not going to lie. I applaud him with one hand. It's hard to make him meet because we're basically telling him, oh, we respect that you suppressed so much. His suppression is how he went around quietly handling his business, but mentally it was noisy, really noisy, to the point where he left them out of his thank you speech. Come on. The pay cuts. Everyone gives him props, the pay cuts. He took the pay cuts and, hey, I was supposed to take a pay cut for Wes Welker and y'all let Wes Welker go. And he suppressed it. And he quietly went around and he handled his business. 2014, when they draft Jimmy G in the second round. And quietly went about his business, winning Super Bowls, winning MVPs, but damn, did that take a chunk of flesh out of him. He had to be sitting there like, dog, I'm the GOAT, and y'all making me fight for my job, fight for my ranking around here for a guy who's unproven. Whew, Tom Brady, man, I really don't know if I'm really on board with this, because I don't think if you went 20 years quietly handling your business, you couldn't get one post off One more post to finish the deal so we don't have this B block, so we don't have this conversation? I thought the GOAT was greater than that.